Darkness imprisoning me. I'm a Fiston, Lord of Death, crossing the Rubicon Primaris. Sorry, I just had to. Hello, my beautiful hammerheads, and welcome back to another Black Library review. Darkness in the Blood by Guy Haley. So, this is the third novel in the Dante trilogy. I just learned from Veda Ray in the comment section that the first book is called just Dante, so I will come to this in the near future. But this one, yeah, this is a direct continuation after Devastation of Baal, which was excellent, by the way. I recommend that you read it if you haven't. And I made the mistake of just saying I felt nostalgic. I already read these two novels, and I just went back to revisit them because of 10th edition. But yeah, so the song at the beginning is pretty much Mephiston's journey. Darkness is imprisoning him. He crosses the Rubicon Primaris, and yeah. But of course, this is not it. We have the powers of Mephiston are getting stronger and stronger. He is unable to control them. And yeah, well, the other librarians are caging him in some kind of psyker device. And even those protections against psychic enemies and stuff, this is a prison for psychic enemies. And even those wards are eroding from the might of Mephiston. So, but sorry, I skipped something. This book is just so good. I was too excited and forgot the beginning of Mephiston's journey. And I concentrate on Mephiston first because he's missing for the middle section of the novel because of his imprisonment. But at first, the Blood Angels fleet is using his psychic strength to navigate the warp. Otherwise, well, of course, in Imperium Nihilus, they are limited to short warp jumps. And with Mephiston's might, as he casts some kind of mini Astronomicon using the Sanguinior in the warp, or this is my understanding, maybe I misunderstood something. And so the fleet is able to do longer warp jumps. Otherwise, everything would be not possible what Dante has planned for Imperium Nihilus, to conquer it back and exterminate, well, of course, the Tyranids. There is a lot of planning to do in there. And yeah, this was Mephiston's journey. He is a mini Astronomicon in the warp in Imperium Nihilus, and then he gets imprisoned because he loses control, and around him some of the Blood Angels are dying and others are falling to the Black Rage. And before this, the Blood Angels thought that the Primaris Marines are immune to the Black Rage, as to the more stable genes made by Archmagos Dominus Belisarius Call. And there are, of course, again, Mr. Haley is just brilliant in this, very excellent discussions about the origins of the gene line, how the Primaris Marines fell to the Red Thirst, the Black Rage, and so on, that they are deducing that it was not Mephiston, that this is a thing in the genes of the Blood Angels. This is by design, and the flaw just enhances this. So, yeah. But then, yeah, we have Dante, of course. He is the main man, the numero uno, the godfather, the Lord Regent of Imperium Nihilus, and he's still old. He still aches, his joints are aching, and yeah, he's pretty much at the state, I don't want any more, but I have to. I was ordered by my father, and his brother, my uncle, Robert Gilliman. And then we have another character whom I really, really like, an admiral who suffers from severe PTSD due to his poor decision making in an earlier stage of the campaign. And he also is old for a baseline human and doesn't want anymore. So we have these two characters. We have Dante and this admiral. Both of them are in a similar situation. And what are they doing? They're having dinner. And I love those parts. First of all, we get to see Dante in his origins as he was still a sergeant, getting promoted to a captain, getting promoted to the chapter master, all those centuries ago. And these flashbacks, I love those. Those are great. We get to see how things changed over all these times. Well, and of course, it's not much, but it's about failure. Because Dante tells the Admiral this story because all the time he was leading the Blood Angels as a chapter master, the chapter got almost annihilated about 4 times. And I remember in 5th edition, as the Space Hulk box with the amazing Blood Angel Terminators against the Gene Stealers was released, and the story was the whole first company and Terminator armors got lost as they were killed in the Space Hulk. The uproar in the community was loud, as in, why are the Blood Angels so stupid, and this is outrageous, why does Games Workshop write so bad stuff, and so on and so on. It was ridiculous. The community sometimes is the Imperium. Things doesn't change. And in here we get that now this is regular. Like with the Ultramarines, McCrack was besieged several times as of right now, and back then it was just like, oh, how can Games Workshop do this? Even Terra was besieged right now, but I'm on a tangent, I'm sorry. So the stories are about failure and how the Imperium sees Dante, that he is not what he is being told. He is the legend. He is legendary on the Primarch level, almost, in his 1500 years of life. And even he says, okay, think about it. People are telling stories about me and they don't make sense. They're talking about stuff which was certainly not possible, and because of I can't be on 2 places at once. Not possible. And yeah, so on and so on. And so the Admiral comes to the realization we are not the person who others sees us at. So there's a dichotomy of how people see us and who we really are. I love these discussions between those two. And these are my favorite parts. Of course, there are other favorite parts. QVO 87 is back. Whoever knows the novel of Archmagos Dominus Belisarius called The Great Work, QVO is a reoccurring character right here, right now. And it's just so lovely to see him again. It just made me want to reread Belisarius' Call again, which I will do. And here again we have, back then the technology to cross the Rubicon Primaris was relatively new. Also tells the Blood Angels that he has to do the first crossings of the Rubicon himself. We get to know a little bit more of Belisarius' Call, of course, and we get to see the discussion between Dante and Mephiston on who gets to cross the Rubicon Primaris and why Mephiston is the first one, which kinda makes sense. I don't know, with the information we have right now, if I wouldn't have preferred Dante, still I would have preferred Dante, probably as the first one to cross the Rubicon Primaris. However, it makes for a much more compelling story Dante-wise, as he sees one of his best friends to get better, as Mephiston's state was deteriorating as well, just in a different kind of way. And this way we had, of course, this is release scheduling. They had the model of Mephiston first, and then they got the model of Dante after that. And of course, with Arcs of Omen and stuff and so on. So on a release schedule and model design technique, makes total sense. But Mr. Haley used this, as Mephiston is, of course, a fascinating character. He is one of the most potent psychers ever in the current 40k timeline. And the visions he has of their father Sanguinius, and on the powers he got after his elevation to a Primaris Marine. I love those parts, because he is not the only one who sees a golden angel, basically the Sanguinior, and a black-clad angel, basically the flaw of the gene line, fighting against each other in the warp. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything with this. It is fascinating. I do recommend read it. And he knows that Dante saw Sanguinius in the last novel, in Devastation of Baal, without Dante telling him, because he just sees in Dante's soul that he had contact with their father. I love this. Great story. So I don't really want to go into more details of the story, because the fight scenes are almost always irrelevant. The last fight scenes are against gene stealer cults, because on one of the expedition fleets, on a vessel they found in the void, they found the son of a governor, and he told them, "Oh, we have gene stealer cults on our planet, please help, blah blah blah." And it's nice, but the best fight scenes are in the flashbacks of Dante. And when I say those are the best fight scenes, it is only because this is a rare occurrence, as I don't like fight scenes. But these kind of reminded me of Fabian in the Dawn of Fire series, when he fought Chaos Terminators. And now we have, okay, it's not now, but those were kind of similar, with Dante as a captain of the 8th Company back then, fighting against Chaos Terminators. Felt kind of similar. Well, of course, not on the same scale, because Dante as an Astartes and Fabian as a Historitor are wildly different, but it was the same kind of fascinating. However, the overarching storyline of PTSDs of several characters, of course, how to handle these, and the dichotomy of, as I've said before, how people perceive us, who we really are, and so on. Those are great discussion points. And I love how Mr. Haley just displays all of this. Really, really good. But yeah, this made me excited for, of course, Dante, the first novel, kind of disjointed in the reading order. But yeah, after that, I will probably go to the Mephiston books. Those I didn't read, so those are new to me. But yeah, we will see. The year is fresh, we have many things to come, and I am excited. All in all, this is a 9 out of 10 loyal legions fighting for the Emperor for me. It is a great story, a great novel, excellently written, and there are just some minor flaws in it. And those aren't really flaws, I'm just nitpicking here. But yeah, what are your thoughts on, wanted to say Devastation of Baal, of Darkness in the Blood? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write "Darkness imprisoning me." Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.